the entire day to myself, and I thought I would do one of my epic walks. This time though, I'm going to bring you along with me and do a little bit of snapping along the way. Lots of you asked me about this dander last time I did it the whole way. I'm right here in Belfast, just off the Sydenham bypass where I am right now. My little legs today are going to carry me the whole way along the coastal path to the destination, Bangor, County Down. Let's go. Now it is worth pointing out that now that Melissa, Catherine and Rebecca all have their own weekend radio shows on Cool FM, this particular 2-mile section of this walk is to the overall walk what I now am to Saturday radio. Not particularly glamorous, quite unpleasant, in fact rather ugly if truth be told. Right, this is where it starts to get prettier. The carriageway's fine for a few miles dandering along it. It's safe, it's well lit, there's a footpath. It's just very noisy with the cars, planes and trains and all that sort of stuff. Then you reach the swankiest place in all of Northern Ireland as we know. It's Holywood, County Down, and this is where it starts getting prettier. What are those things called? It's pretty much where the coastal path starts then, just at Holywood train station. Nice wee pub down there, be open hopefully on Friday. It's got a nice wee outdoor area. It's a good starting point called the Dirty Duck Ale House. There's Belfast Lough, and here's the path, which pretty much continues now for the next 20 kilometres. You can stay on this path the whole way round, as I'm going to try to do right to Bangor today. Around here it is beautiful and quiet. There's no one around these parts once you sort of clear the busy touristy bits. That's the Royal Belfast Golf Club over there, and I don't know why this bit always reminds me of walking into the pterodactyl cage from Jurassic Park. I assume it's so you don't get hit in the face with balls, so to speak. So you're about 2.5 hours in, halfway probably, when you get to this point in the bridge. This is probably Cultra, Helen's Bay, Crawfordsburn, a wee bit further around the corner. It's worth saying, by the way, I'm not walking back. The reason why I like this path is because it pretty much runs parallel with the Bangor to Belfast train line, and that means you don't have the monotony of walking back over your steps. You get the train back. So this is coming round into Helen's Bay now. You can see a beautiful beach down there. Round about here is probably where you're going to find your first toilet. And also, look at that little beauty hiding in between those trees. So about 3.5 hours later, I can see Bangor on the horizon there. Bangor West to be precise. It gets posher when you get down around these parts. Look at those houses. Look at that one there. It's Pete Snodden's house. Sickening amount of money these people have. Civilization at last. This is where this path actually brings you out, right down here by Picky. There's the swans over there. They're not being used yet, but hopefully they will be very soon. I stay away from those swans. Once got mugged by one of them actually. Yeah, robin swan. Here's the thing, I'm now in Bangor and I'm thinking I could do a bit more. So I'm going to go on round the coast. The path does continue a wee bit more, so I'm going to at least go round to the next town, which is Ballyholme, and see how I feel when I get round there. Of course, I'll stop off and see the sights that Bangor's famous for. Closed down shopping centre, show off, random clock, boat, where the entire town's population of sewerage meets the sea. And I bet you if I said there were free beers up that you would be up there like a rat up a drain pipe right now. 30,000 steps later, this is Ballyholme Beach, and I'm still going. My legs haven't packed in yet. I am tired, but I think there's a bit more in me, especially when my all-time biggest day ever is 35,000 steps. And I reckon if I keep going round the coast, the next town is Groomsport, and that'll get me to a record 36,000 steps. So I'm in a big competition with myself right now. It's worth pointing out that this is probably the worst kept part of the path, just past Ballyholme. In fact, it doesn't actually look like it's a part of the path, which is maybe a reason why I never thought it went round as far as Groomsport, because it just looks like it's the beach, because it's been overcome with sand and seaweed, but this is actually still part of the path. You just can easily miss it, and it's not, as you can see, being kept up very well. So about 7 hours in, final leg of today's journey then, Ballyholme to Groomsport. This has got to be the least best kept part of the path. Rugged is a word that doesn't get used enough, and rugged is how I'm going to describe this part of the path. It is actually quite tricky, so I'll better be careful here. I think I have reached the end of the line. Groomsport bathing water, doesn't that sound lovely? Yeah, so I got to Groomsport about 30 kilometres in fact from leaving East Belfast this morning. This literally looks like the end of the path because it just kind of ends there and goes onto this beach. I can't see on the map that it goes any further around. I'm going to walk on round here, but I'm now actually down on the beach. But yeah, looks like I made it. So no, apparently there is more path if you choose to walk it. I don't know where it goes. I mean, I don't think it's a part of the official North Down coastal path. A lot of little holiday homes there. Groomsport is way back that way. So I'm guessing if you follow the beach around here, you probably come to Donegal. But I don't need to do that because I'm pretty sure I've broken my record. In fact, I don't know if you can go any further. I think this actually might be Land's End here. I think you could die going in there. This might be it. I think this is it. I don't think I've ever been more glad to get on a train. Arriving back now. It's about 8-9 hours after I left this morning. Can't remember. Feels like 3 days ago. But anyway, here's the big news. The result. It's a daily record.